My name is Angelica Jaquela, and I have a message for all athletes. This is a reminder for all athletes, professional and amateur, to care for their health, to respect their health and dignity, the dignity of God that they have within them, of a human that is a valuable life with a brain, physicality, organs, a soul, mind, to respect themselves and the health and lives and dignity of other fellow athletes, to respect the millions of viewers that tune in to watch the professional sports teams, athletes. The athletes, such as in the NHL, have been not wearing a mask and not setting a proper example for 100 million viewers. They have traveled from one country to another, not preventing the spread of coronavirus and variant strains and other viruses such as monkeypox and other viruses and bacteria that are going on in the world. These athletes are looked upon as role models to keep in mind by young viewers, little kids that think that these athletes are good role models and look up to them. Little kids love to play hockey and look up to these athletes and hope to accomplish being a professional athlete, such as in the NHL, the National Hockey League. But unfortunately, these teams, I don't know why they are still practicing in the NHL while the coronavirus is still in the world and variant strains and monkeypox and other viruses. These professional athletes are making money but are endangering lives. Their own fellow athletes, they obviously are not respecting their friends, their fellow teammates' lives and health, even though they might be 3 or 4 booster shot vaccinated against coronavirus or a different variant strain. They might still get a different variant strain of coronavirus and become ill and spread it to someone else, a fellow teammate, another, for example, NHL hockey player on their same team, or even worse, to a different team, player who is from a different country that traveled from another country and will leave back to their country and spread a different form of the virus to a country that might not have a vaccine for that particular strain of coronavirus and might spread it needlessly to other humans animals, and the virus will never die out in the world. The teams are still playing, such as the Toronto Maple Leafs and other teams in NHL arenas, less than 2 meters away, skating in an arena that is cold, where the virus travels faster, and when athletes move near other athletes, current, small air currents are moved around them, and the virus has a potential to spread even faster from one NHL hockey player to another. They clearly do not have masks on when they're playing. This is a disrespect of their entire team, the number of humans and lives there, that their mother loved into existence and cared for them and taught them well to respect their lives and health, carried them in her womb rather, for 9 months, to be born of perfect health, and then they have to respect their dignity of their own health and lives and their mother, parents, and their own dignity of a valuable life, of their own health to respect, to wear a mask, to be careful not to play in the NHL as long as the virus is going on, to set a good moral example, a proper example, a respect of human health and life for themselves, for the other NHL teammates that they already get along with and know very well, for the respect, out of the respect of the health and lives and dignity of the teammates of other countries in other NHL teams and in other sports. It is shown online that there are governing bodies that are allowing professional athletes to cross the border during COVID times for the purpose of playing a game, an NHL game of hockey. They are not respecting human life and health, bioethics laws. This is not proper. Humans have done their part for over 4 years. Millions have suffered and died, affected by the coronavirus and variant strains. That's why it is disheartening to see that these NHL athletes that train themselves and work hard as athletes and have well known teammates that they respect, say, but they skate near them less than a meter away, some even closer, and endanger their health and lives every game for the past years. They don't want to suffer respiratory ailments, fevers, aches, and different symptoms of coronavirus and variant strains, and have to think of this. So please, whoever knows these teams, any players, NHL players, the managers of the teams, promoters of the NHL, other sports, well known professional teams, they cannot make their paychecks, money, by law or under God when they're not doing properly by practicing hockey a game to be recorded for the purpose of millions of humans to watch when they are not respecting COVID preventative measures. These humans are not respecting human dignity of their own teammates and should not be viewed online on any TV show. They know the rules. They know to respect human health and life and their own dignity and rights and of their own well-known teammates that they socialize with and know, and but are disrespecting even their own teammates, their own health and lives. As I stated, their own mother cared enough to love them in the womb 9 months to raise perfect health. I respected their life and dignity and raised them properly as they can. And these humans all have mostly a wife, even children of their own, and endangering them by traveling across the border to different countries to play a game, to make their paychecks in the NHL to play a hockey game for people to view while they are spreading potentially the coronavirus and variant strains, not wearing a mask. When humans, little children, rather see these people, they see online that they don't wear a mask. Children get the wrong idea and then think they're gonna go outside and play hockey without a mask with their buddies. They might get the coronavirus or a different mutant strain of it and suffer 2 horrendously long weeks with respiratory breathing problems, health concerns, fevers, and die. And other sports, not only hockey, basketball. So I am mentioning this as a message for all professional athletes. If you're not going to do your job, and you know there are a million viewers and children looking up to you, then you have to set a proper good example. Especially during COVID times, every human does have to do their part to prevent the spread of this virus, or it will never leave the earth. Children will never return to school socializing. Humans will not socialize with their pets to stay 2 meters away. This virus is very dangerous. Viruses are very dangerous because they change forms, and there will be no vaccines or cures. This virus has changed forms, already mutated in many ways in different countries where there are no vaccines for them, and they become more virulent. They travel faster and more further distances between humans and animals. If the NHL players did their part and other 100 million people in the professional sports teams leagues in the past 4 years, there would be a lot less people suffering the coronavirus and died. Would have not lost parents that have no the children have no parents left to raise them, take care of them in the world. There are pets, loved animals that have lost caregivers, other animals, family members. They have a personality, soul, emotions, care for humans. These animals suffered horrendously, don't even know what the virus is. They don't know their have rather their reasoning ability to figure out what this virus is and to go seek out medical assistance. Is suffer needlessly horrendously for 2 weeks and die because of. Those in high-level sports teams, their managers as well, not wearing a mask to prevent the spread of coronavirus. They know they have the million viewers, billions, tuning in every TV show that they have online or on TV, every hockey game in the NHL and other sports teams, basketball. So those, to be reminded, are not doing their part, severely endanger the lives of others and have no right to do, even their own teammates. These are disrespectful humans. So I'm reminding you to please do your part and do not play any games in the NHL until the virus is gone and variant strains of coronavirus are gone entirely from the world. It is not worth a human life to endanger, and they have no right to endanger another life to spread this virus to them. No human wants to suffer 2 horrendously long weeks and die and lose a loved wife, a family member, a pet. They will lose this teammate of one of the NHL players will suffer. They lost a fellow teammate. World viewers care. They have emotions, souls, human beings, children. Look up to athletes. Don't want to hear that they suffered 2 weeks and died. Will be crying. Children's lives are valuable. They have a right to be respected and have good role models, especially in sports teams. The professional ones, especially, that do make millions of dollars. So they have to respect human life, their own health, dignity, the dignity of valuable life to be respected of their teammates and all their family, their mothers, parents, any loved ones, all respect of all humanity that tunes in to see these sports, to respect everyone as they want to be respected. It is not worth the risk of spreading a virus such as this to another human life. They have no right to do this, and no human does. So, whoever sees this and who has higher contact information to these professional sports teams and athletes, please show them this video to consider immediately. Tell them to stop putting these games online, stop disrespecting their own fellow teammates, endangering their lives. Make sure you don't travel to other countries, even other cities, to play a game, to make a paycheck, to play a hockey game that will spread a virus very dangerous that has been on earth as it is too long, and if they all did their part would not have spread. And all other professional teams and of all sports in the past 4 long years. So please consider this. If you do your part, all professional athletes, the managers of the teams, they're the TV networks, make sure you don't broadcast their teams. Do not broadcast any human that is making $1 million paycheck and misinforming humanity, not wearing the masks, Many people are being stupid as it is. Some people making a bullshit that the virus is gone and not wearing masks. People who didn't see this are misinformed. Humans have to keep putting a mask on as needed. This virus will never leave. It will spread. It will get worse, and everyone will suffer and die. So it is more worth a hockey team to stop playing a game, stop endangering the lives of their own teammates, their wives, their children, loved pets, that they will be, if they die and suffer, will lose and have other humans crying, not have a NHL player, a husband, maybe no one to take care of them, even financially, their children left homeless, animals crying, loved ones not seeing their caregiver anymore. This NHL player affects the rest of their lives and others. If there are any patrons going to these games, please tell humans to close the doors to the arenas, to not support these NHL players. They clearly do not have a respect of human health and life of their own, of their family members, of their fellow teammates, and should not be looked up to and cannot make a paycheck, and cannot work in the NHL as a NHL player and other sports teams, professional teams that are not wearing the mask and not staying 2 meters away, practicing social distancing at all times, especially when they're not wearing a mask. If they are, as I stated, triple or four booster shot vaccinated, it doesn't mean they won't get a different strain of the virus. Humans will suffer and have this virus spread. There is no vaccine for a different form of this virus, and humans will suffer and die. And they have no right to be disrespectful of themselves and others. No human has the right to wrong another life. They don't have respect of their own life, then they have to isolate themselves, stay home, don't come near their fellow teammates, don't play the hockey games, don't play any professional sports, and respect all human lives that way, and stay away from them. Don't make any hockey cards of them, any memorabilia cannot be made of for with the names of the hockey players that do not have any respect for their own health and their viewers. 100 million children, mostly adults, mostly men, watching hockey games, tuning in, and have a bad example set by these NHL players. The goaltenders, the coaches, their staff, the managers of the teams, they fly in planes and travel in buses together. If without masks, obviously have no respect for their own lives and the health of their other teammates and family. So they cannot make their paycheck and need to be fired. Use that money for something beneficial to help others. It will save the lives and health of potentially 100 million people, prevent the virus and from staying in the world, from spreading, and then staying longer and changing forms. to the point it is so virulent, travels so fast from one human to an animal, and has no LB. There is no cure or vaccine, and there are worse symptoms of each different strain of this coronavirus and variant strains, and will never leave the earth, and millions will needlessly suffer, and no one wants to know what happens past that. There are already lost jobs, millions died. There are other, keep in mind, viruses such as monkeypox that travel from animals to humans, and animals and humans breathe in air, get these viruses spread to others. Children lives will be lost, loved ones, wives. Obviously, the hockey players, they know this, but this is a reminder. And other humans too, children, please share this video to inform people. And hopefully they have to do right out of respect of their own health and lives, out of respect of the dignity, the valuable life of everyone that has, religious or not, of God within them, to be respected as they want to be respected, to care for respect their own health and of their teammates, the NHL players, other amateur athletes in the world too. Obviously, no, this virus spreads from 1 to 2 meters, so all humans, even with a mask, have potential of still spreading this virus on the sides when they're breathing from the side of the mouth on the side of the mask. To keep in mind is information that masks, they only help prevent the spread of this virus. Entirely they do not entirely stop it from getting from one human to another. Even the materials that the masks are made of have a particle filtration efficacy percentage of how many virus particles that this mask will filter out. Most these are not 100% entirely, and then the virus has potential still to spread. So everyone, please keep this in mind. Respect your own lives and health. Whoever has the contact information, please let these NHL players know. If they continue to do this, they cannot disrespect. There are laws. They cannot do this. It cannot disrespect the lives of 100 million people and set a morally wrong example by not wearing a mask and not stopping to play hockey in the NHL until the virus is gone and variant strains gone, and whoever's letting them cross the border, these humans are not doing properly. Bioethics laws disrespected. These humans know their jobs. They cannot make their paycheck. They have to be fired. They are responsible if these humans are crossing the border with one strain of the virus and transfer to teammates in another team in another country of a different form, will mutate, bring rather from one country this virus to another country, which might have only a different form with a vaccine for that one only, and humans will become ill. There's a lot at stake here. There's all humans of different genetic makeup, all different animals. Even every animal has a different species of animals. It is not easy to make vaccines against a virus that continuously almost changes forms. It is to the part as many people suffered in different wards, long term care facilities, all other humans didn't have their jobs, isolated themselves, did their part early on, and still have to do, and is not allowable that high NHL level hockey players are making paychecks and risking endangering the lives and setting a wrong example to billions of viewers. especially children. Humans see them and they say, oh, they're not wearing a mask. Oh, the virus is gone. He's a well known hockey player. That seems trustworthy. I'm not going to wear a mask because he's not wearing a mask. The managers make millions of dollars too. They are endangering their lives, hiring, managing these teams, traveling with them. They have wives too, children endangering their lives. They have no right to do. These are by law. There are laws in place that these cannot be doing these jobs and have to resign, turn their paychecks in. The managers, team managers, players, if they're disrespecting these laws on earth and under God, they're morally doing wrong. They know to the right, but not doing. They are judged immediately by God. No, every human, rather, their actions, thoughts, mind, soul, reactions are assessed in every human right away. If they're doing right or wrong, they're judged right away on earth by heaven in them while alive. No one gets away with doing anything that they know is morally wrong when they know not to, and have no right to endanger their lives and disrespect the health and dignity potentially of their teammates, the managers, their wives, the children. 100 million viewers set a wrong example, not wearing a mask, playing hockey too close, not practicing social distancing, 2 meters staying away from other teammates, in cold arenas where the virus spreads faster in colder temperatures, air currents as I stated, and no masks at all. Breathing in a one little droplet with this virus from the lungs of someone else that coughs or sneezes it out or breathes it out to another teammate, the goalie, the manager, and under any other human, potentially patron in the arena. And then these humans will suffer if no vaccine. 2 weeks. These are 2 long weeks. A human is ill, cannot breathe properly, has fevers, aches, different worse symptoms, unimaginable. Milliseconds, 1, 2 days, 2, 3, 4, then the next week, 2 long weeks, and die. So please, whoever sees this, please share to the world for information purposes from the kindness of your own heart and soul. Have mercy on another life. Inform everyone possible. Every child, every kid, sports teams. There shouldn't be any practicing right now because of the coronavirus and variant strains, monkeypox, other viruses going on in the world. Children have to stay away 2 meters away from someone else, even with a mask on. And most sports, a human that does exercise cannot wear a mask. If a human exercise, it is to stay away from all other humans, no one else present, purpose and to respect their own health and dignity and lives of other humans, and to breathe air properly. A human is safe to exercise. They need to breathe air in and breathe air in and breathe CO2 out. When they wear a mask, they obviously cannot exercise. So they have to exercise if they do without a mask away from other humans. Only to be the only one in their house in the room. They cannot exercise in a gym close to another human, cannot play sports in a gym near other humans. They will spread the virus if they have it or someone else might. A pet walking by, they have no right to endanger their lives and other humans. They have to respect their own health and the lives of others, parents to remind children of this. You cared for your children to have them, then you have to monitor them, to care, inform yourselves, to care about your own health, care for your own children. If it's prevented this spread, then it will sooner die out, this virus, and sooner humans will return to socializing and then playing the sports team when it's safe. It's best to do their part as long as they can to prevent it spreading, and the high levels professional athletes and the amateur sports teams, all children doing their part to stay away from other children. Keep in mind, all humans did a lot of work on this. Humans, sad, isolated, did their part, people in medical wards, so they do not get this virus and spread to others. People cared. These people cannot be negligent that are in high level job descriptions, making millions, endangering lives, and not wearing a mask, and themselves endangering their own teammates, their own wives and children, loved pets, managers that they see and socialize with every day, obviously get along with, and but only don't respect their own health and life and endanger their own other lives on the whole team. And then have the no respect to travel across the border to another country to play a game, to make money, paycheck to play hockey, and endanger the lives of another team manager, other well known athletes, and their wives and children to spread this virus potentially to them in a worse, different strain. So, whoever works in these sports fields, please keep in mind all the information I stated is true. It is disheartening to see that this still goes on in the world. Humans did a lot of their work early on, teams stopped playing, but they haven't. Whoever's lifting restrictions is doing a big morally wrong, is unethical what these humans are doing. Whoever's at the border is not doing their job, allowing these teams to cross the border for the purpose of playing a game to make their $1 million paycheck and spreading a virus of different strains to a different country. Well, there are 100 million people in that other country that might not have a vaccine for that particular strain and might have a different one. And if they get ill with that one, they have a severe problem with their health. And will suffer 2 weeks and die. So it is up to these NHL players, but whoever deals with them, who has contact information, the viewers, don't support the players if they are not respecting you and themselves, their own health, and their own teammates, and not wearing a mask, not skating even 2 meters away, not even stopping to practice this game and make $1 million to harm, disrespect another life. And more set a morally wrong example for 100 million children, viewers that do tune in to these shows and see them without a mask, when this actually virus has mutated, changed forms, and spread. So whoever is seeing these teams, tell them to close the arena doors till the viruses are gone, do their part, then 100 million people will less suffer and die, and children will return to school socializing, other humans will have their jobs returned, no more isolation, people will be happy again, able to talk without masks, able to breathe air, exercise without masks, and live their happy life as they rightly deserve. Anyone who is in higher level that runs past the higher level than the managers of the teams, who runs the NHL in itself, they cannot make their paycheck, obviously not respecting all humans and their viewers. They have to turn in their paycheck, resign, Hire someone that cares. By law and under God, there are laws. They know when they're employed if they're going to set a moral right example to all potential viewers, all the other athletes, the teammates, the managers, treat with respect all of them, their health, dignity, lives. They know how a million viewers, children look up to these athletes for proper moral examples, proper socializing with teammates. But if they're disrespecting their own teammates, endangering their lives, they're obviously not good role models for children in any sport. The managers, the whole NHL owners, the TV channels that broadcast these games, any other social media sites that put the links to these games, going along with humans that are disrespecting their own lives and theirs, to keep in mind. This is a reminder to all humans what is going on. So, whoever is morally doing wrong, and do the right thing. Stop playing NHL games, endangering the health and lives you know right to do of your fellow teammates, managers, wives, children, loved pets, other humans. Do not cross the border till the strain and viruses are gone. You have no right to spread it to other countries, potentially for the purpose of going to play a game to make your paycheck. Of all sports teams, this has gone on for way too long. No one's saying anything. This is beyond wrong. And out of respect of your own health, but really of the children. This is millions of children viewing this and people. Set a good moral example out of respect of the children. Turn in your paychecks if you're not going to be a good NHL player or professional athlete. You know this when you signed up. Those who employ the athletes know if they're gonna do morally right, many people see them on and to respect how they act in front of humans. If they're gonna wear a mask, proper timing. If they're not, they cannot be hired. Whoever's working there, fire them if they're not going to cooperate. If they already set a wrong example, humans were illegally wronged and not wearing masks because of them. They already disrespected lives of humans, misinforming them they had no right to do. And they know and cannot make a paycheck to turn it in for misinforming humans about health matters, not wearing a mask, not practicing social distancing, setting a good example for all 100 million people and children to practice no sports during COVID, but they did. To stay 2 meters away to prevent the spread of it, they didn't do. They know. And children could go outside and play 2 meters away without masks and become ill with the virus or some worse. And it is not worth a child suffering getting a virus because educated athletes want to make a paycheck playing a hockey game or a different sport game, basketball, baseball, every sport, swimming, any other sports, they all know. No professional sports allowed to be where there are teams, public places. Humans can't be closer than 2 meters. Even with masks, even if vaccinated, they might get different strains. Have to set a good example, keep in mind, for millions of viewers. People that look up to them for proper examples, proper sports examples, properly how they act with other athletes. Humans are seeing this all the time. They have to act properly, morally right, and wear a mask in public, when on TV shows, commenting, being interviewed. Stay 2 meters away from interviewers. Do a conference from one, even safer online. There's to another to the interviewers. Keep safe distances away from other humans. These are things they have to already know, consider, but not doing. Humans see this and then I think maybe the virus is gone and they suffer, don't wear a mask. This is not allowable. Everyone do your part. I know it's been a long years. Amount of years is a horrendously long time. I suffered in other places. I don't want to say because of others being negligent in this, not doing what they can to prevent the spread. So, everyone, please do your part in the world. Take the extra seconds, do your part, wear a mask. If you're going to go to public places, all public teams not allowed to practice hockey. Put all the games, they don't have to be played to endanger human lives and health, and they know. Set a good moral example for the children. Respect all your family members, all NHL and other professional team athletes, managers, team managers, coaches, the NHL owners of all the teams, the TV shows, commentators. Consider this, wear a mask, prevent the spread, stay 2 meters away. You set a good example that way. Make sure there are no more NHL games, no professional teams that are many, and there's too many too close to one another in a team as it is. No team sports allowed during COVID and variant strain times. Please hear this message and share this video to all who can do something about and act immediately. You will save the health and lives of potentially 100 million people, as you are morally obligated to respect your own health, dignity, and of others, and do the right thing. And all athletes don't play any team sports till this virus is gone and variant strains from the world and other monkeypox and depending what other pandemic there is. Thank you for listening. Please do the right thing. Be a human earth angel yourself. Use your kind virtues, be healthy. Spread this video and by word of mouth so and safe distance with a mask. Online, safer to many viewers as needed. But any associate with NHL sites, any other professional teams, that's what this video is intended for. Put a link there so humans view this immediately. Save the health and lives of 100 million people potentially. Really prevent, help stop it from spreading this virus. Do the right thing. And then everyone sooner will, when this virus isn't gone and all pandemics, then as I stated, will be able to socialize, people be more happier, talk with a mask, breathe easier, then go to sports, play hockey teams, socialize, go to more jobs. Everyone will be happy, healthy, and live in their heaven on earth as they deserve.